Hey everybody, this is Lee,
Hey, this is Brad.
and we're back for another episode of The Shift. This episode we are going to call "Oh Shit" or "Bullshit," and the reason I say "Oh shit" and "bullshit" is because those are the two types of categories we can fit just about all of our calls in.
Yes.
So we've got several different categories we're going to go over tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and say that one of them is very
Whoa.
what.
Oh, it's this headset again. Hold on.
Technical difficulties over there with
Technical difficulties.
yeah. It's
With
amazing
this-
our engineer is the one that's having the technical difficulties.
Yeah, these wonderful powered studio headphones. The battery's dead in them. I don't use the battery anyway, but if you actually hit the button, it goes blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
So it falls into the bullshit category.
Yes. Okay. So we're gonna have several different categories we're gonna be talking about tonight, and one of them is very controversial. And when we get into that category, we'll let you know about it. Just know that we take everything in this category seriously, and that yeah, we'll get into that when we get there. All right, so the first category we're going to talk about seizures versus skeezers.
Versus the skeezer.
Yes, seizures versus skeezers. All right, so Brad, how about telling me what the difference is between a seizure and a skeezer?
Well, when you have a seizure from traumatic injury or from febrile seizure, from having a fever or epilepsy, your brain misfires and you have chemicals going bad in your brain that make it enable for you to speak, be coherent, be aware of what's going on, all kinds of these things. And it's called the ictal state. Well, during the ictal state, the brain is firing all over the place, and you may see those shimmies, the shakes, the full, sure enough, crappie flop. You might have focal motor seizures where it's just one thing is affected, like the eyes, and they might just jump around, but they're going to be out of it.
You're going to have absent seizures where it looks like somebody's staring off into space.
Yeah, and they're just gone. But the brain is misfiring, and information is not auditory and visual information is not going to be transmitted in the brain. Okay, that is the seizure.
And for those of y'all that are listening, do not put anything in their mouths. They will not swallow their tongues.
Yeah,
And
no,
if you put a spoon in their mouth, they will most likely break their teeth.
break their teeth.
So,
The best thing to do when they're having a seizure is just keep them from hitting their head. The best thing.
probably roll them on their side if they vomit.
Yeah, on the left side, roll them on the left side, kind of a fetal position. It's called the left lateral recumbent. It's the safest position.
Exactly. Don't stick anything in their mouth. Keep them away from anything that's going to hurt them.
And don't let them hurt you.
Exactly. After the ictal state, you go into something called the post-ictal state. And this can last anywhere from 5 minutes to 45 minutes. And this is where the brain is basically doing a Control-Alt-Delete and rebooting. And for the older crowd out there, the Etch-a-Sketch, you just shake it.
You shake it. It's the shaking for the Etch-a-Sketch
Exactly.
crowd.
So, and this is where they enter the ultimate mental status, the combativeness, the
I don't know who you are. I don't know where I am.
Don't touch
who am I?
me.
Don't touch me.
yes.
And that's where they'll bite you and,
yes.
and fight you and kick you and punch you because their brain is still trying to get back right and they don't know what's going on.
Exactly. So that is the full course of seizures. Now,
And this doesn't include everything. There are some instances.
this is
there's
just a
some,
broad term. Now let's go into the skeezers.
Then you have the skeezer.
The skeezer,
Well, the skeezer is definitely
not a seizure.
not a seizure. It is it's very interesting, and to us, it's one of those things where we laugh inside when people do this because they think we're idiots.
Now, if you can look at me and tell me that you are having an active seizure, that is a skeezer.
Yes. If you can move that seizure from one arm to the other, that's a skeezer.
9 times out of 10, if you don't void your bladder or your bowels,
That's a
a
skeezer.
we often see this in patients with silver bracelet syndrome,
Yes.
are the ones that don't want to go to jail.
Or have been arguing with a spouse, or
Or
don't want to go to
parents.
school, have been arguing with a parent.
Are having a test that's coming up, or
Yeah.
wanting to get out of class.
You'll
or
see a
not
lot
wanting to
of
go to
that.
work.
You'll see a lot of that in the "I'll show you" category.
Yes, yes,
And that's usually where I'm having a seizure and they're flipping and flopping and I'm seizing, I'm having a seizure, I have epilepsy. No, you may have epilepsy, but you're not having a seizure. If you're talking to me, you're not having a seizure.
exactly. And we see those a lot, and so
That probably
the-
consumes 30% of our shifts.
Well, yeah, I would say so. So
Well, not an entire shift, but if you were to take one shift and break it into one of every single call we made every day, it'd be about 30% of our calls.
I agree. I agree. And a lot of times when people live with seizure disorders, that's where we usually get canceled on scene because we get there, they're like, look, I had a seizure. I know I'm going to go see my doctor, yada, yada, yada.
Or the family knows how to take care of them.
Or
They
the- or
start
the-
coming too. Yes,
Yeah.
Sally's had she's had epilepsy for 15 years. We know how to take care of it. We'll see our doctor.
Exactly. And that's usually where we get canceled on scene. The other ones we wind up usually transporting because
To the farthest hospital away.
exactly.
Because they've gone to every other hospital and they've called them out on it.
exactly.
I have had a patient actually tell me that she was diagnosed with pseudo seizures. That is the technical, the medical definition for bullshit.
Pseudo means fake.
Yes, pseudo means fake. Pseudo means not real.
So,
Now, that leads to either you're faking it or you have a psychiatric illness.
exactly.
Epilepsy is not a psychiatric problem.
It's a neuro problem.
It's a neurological problem, not
So-
psychiatric.
Yeah. And please don't get myoclonic jerks and syncopal episodes mixed up with seizures. Syncopal episodes when somebody passes out, and sometimes when they pass out, they may twitch, but that's usually from like dehydration or locking your knees or
Yeah.
a number of other things.
And that's just electrical firing. And the thing that I love, and we even heard this today, and it's such bullshit. Their eyes rolled back in their head. No, they do not.
No, they don't.
It is people. Your eye is not it's not like a ball sitting in a socket that can just rotate in any direction it wants to. Your eye only has, even during seizure activity, it only has a limit of how far the eye will go, and each axis, X or Y. It's not going to, there's no rolling back. Oh, it rolled all the way back in her head. No, it didn't.
9 times out of 10 with real seizures, when we go to open up somebody's eyes to check
They're
their
looking
pupils,
straight ahead.
they're looking straight ahead.
And
they're
it's
blank,
ticking.
And going back and forth.
Looks like that old sprinkler.
Yep.
Got those sprinkler eyes.
Yeah, exactly. They're not trying to roll their eyes away. They're not trying to clench their eyes shut. That's dead giveaway. So we're gonna throw seizures in with oh shit, and skeezers in with bullshit.
With bullshit, yes.
So all right, next category. Let's go with
I drink too much and I hate my boyfriend. No, I'm just kidding. We actually get that one sometimes too.
yes, and this is the controversial. This is the controversial topic. We are by no means downplaying the severity of somebody wanting to take their own life.
But there is suicide and dumbassicide.
Yes, there is. There is the ones that are successful in what they do, and I hate to use that. And then there are the ones that are the cries for help that we hear.
And there are the people that have tried to attempt suicide that have
And-
failed.
multiple times.
they really try and they fail.
Yes.
And these are psychological issues that people really need help, and we have no problem getting people help.
No, we don't.
But the problem lies in with, I'm doing this because mom got on to me, or I'm doing this because my wife's mad at me because I spent too much at the bank,
Yes.
or my wife's mad because she caught me cheating, so I'm gonna try to cover it up with trying to be stupid.
Or my boyfriend / girlfriend / partner is breaking up
Love
with
triangles
me,
breaking up with
and
me.
I can't live without him. And we see the ones where somebody, what'd you do? I overdosed. What'd you overdose on?
Antibiotics.
Folks, if you overdose on antibiotics, the only thing that you're going to get is a real bad case of diarrhea.
Yes, really bad. And let me tell you,
You will be able to shit through a screen door and not make a mess.
and not hit a damn wire. It's bad. You
Yeah.
don't want to overdose on antibiotics.
No.
Several years ago, I ran a call on a woman that said she overdosed on medication that was guaranteed to kill her. Well, you know what? Flagyl is not the way to do it. Flagyl is an antibiotic that destroys all bacteria in your stomach, the good and the bad. The bad thing is you need that the good bacteria to process food.
Yes.
And all you did was just give yourself 2 months worth of diarrhea and stomach cramps
Pretty much.
because you were stupid.
Yes. We get the, what'd you overdose? What'd you do? I took pills. What'd you take?
I took
Tylenol
those
PM.
pills right there. Well, how many of them did you take? 3. Really? I take like 4 Tylenol, like for sinus headache.
Yes.
Not that you should,
The only,
but I do because I'm fat and I'm overweight, and that's within my weight scale. So
The only thing that Tylenol is going to do is, in the long run, it's going to shut down your kidneys and you're going to wind up on dialysis.
yeah, that's right. And people talk about here's the thing. I know, and I'm not going to say I'm a psychiatrist by no means, but I have had to live with psychiatric issues in my family. There's a difference between crazy and crying for help. And there is a difference between crying for help and being an asshole
Yes.
to your family.
Yes.
There are some people that do this stuff just because I want to hurt somebody else.
Exactly.
And that's ridiculous.
Very much so.
And if you're listening to this and you have psychiatric issues and you need help, please get help.
Please, there are multiple ways out there to get help. There are counselors that will be willing to talk to you. There are...
Any church, any hospital, if you need help, get yourself help.
Definitely.
If you need help, call 911. We will get you to a place to get you help.
And there's a difference in calling 911 saying, hey, I think I want to hurt myself, I want help, versus, hey,
I scratched myself
yes.
with a nail file and I want to die. No, you don't. You're being an asshole because you're being a selfish little ass. And it's a fine line. And it takes years for us to be able to go, okay, this person is really psychiatrically ill, or girlfriend hurt their feelings,
Exactly.
or boyfriend hurt their feelings, or XYZ. Everybody has, you can't label everybody now. I had a very gay friend that lived his life. You'd have never known it. You
Yeah.
get these people over here, I'm going to hurt myself because I'm gay. No, you're not. You're going to hurt yourself because you're flamboyant. You're going to hurt yourself because you have to be the center of attention. And you'll find that a lot of these people that try to hurt themselves is because they just want to be the center of attention. Not that they're gay. I'm not saying because you hurt yourself you're gay. No. I'm saying that some of these people that intentionally, mildly hurt themselves for attention.
And like I said, we have no problem getting people help.
When
at
help is
all,
needed.
When help is needed. But when you go out of your way to harm your family, that's a whole nother story.
Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody's listening and they do have these problems, they do want somebody to talk to, here's a number to call. It's the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. We're going to put it in the comments below. It's 1-800-273-8255. By all means, if you feel like you need to talk to somebody about this, or you feel this is a strong subject in your life, please give them a call.
Or you know somebody that needs that number.
Or you know
Give them
somebody
a
needs
call.
that. Yes. Like I said, by all means, we're not downplaying this particular topic. We're just going into what we see on a shiftly basis. And for those of y'all that don't know, a lot of times when people do this, you most likely will not know it.
Yeah.
There are,
I hate to say this, we call it the dying dog syndrome. They go off, they do this, and you find them later.
exactly. We had one instance where a guy sent his wife and 4-month-old kid to go get diapers from the store, and they were gone maybe 20 minutes, and they came back and found him in the closet with a sheet around his neck, hanging from the closet. And I mean, that's just one case out of many. But and that is, like I said, that is something we see a good bit, and it does hit hard. But it's something that is part of the job, and it's something that we're taught to look for. But if somebody really doesn't want you to know about it, then you're not going to find out about it.
Yeah, that's true.
And the only thing that you can do is, I mean, if anything is suspected, just, lend a hand, because you never know. When I was in medic school, we were told that any one person is one emotion away from a mental breakdown.
Sometimes it's half an emotion away from it.
Sometimes it's half an emotion.
Sometimes I'm an eighth of an emotion away from it.
Well, it could be something as it's built up in their system, and they stub their toe, and they just that's what breaks it. Or
a smell, a sound,
or
could be anything.
A wife with a young kid comes home to find her husband hanging from the closet, hanging from the pole in the closet with a sheet around his neck, and he's gone.
And that's it.
And that's it. That's the
There's
one
no
emotion.
coming back.
There's no coming back from it. And always remember, suicide is permanent. That is a very permanent.
It's a permanent fix to a temporary problem.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. Like I said, there's always help, and there's always somebody out there willing to listen. But we're gonna categorize this one in the suicidal is the oh shit, and the
I scratch myself with a nail file and the bullshit.
there you go.
Not that cutting is not real. There are people that cut
Yes,
themselves.
there are.
And first, and one thing, when everybody's like, yeah, I got that one friend. Oh man, he's crazy. He'll tell you he's crazy. Okay, you know what? Crazy people do not know that they are crazy.
Exactly.
Okay, a lot of people try to say, well, I'm crazy for attention.
Yes. So that's going to be our next topic. Crazy versus
Bullshit.
there you go. Well, there's no other way for it.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's no other way.
Now you're crazy people, and
These are the people that like drool, rub shit in their hair.
ones that, and this is the one that if you listen to our other podcast, we may have brought this up before. We do not spend a lot of time with patients. We get them, we stabilize,
45 minutes at the most.
and we get them to the hospital. And some of these patients, you kind of look back on and you go, were they crazy or were they possessed?
Yeah, there's
I mean, and
this has there's actually three. There's three categories of this one: crazy, possessed, or batshit.
yeah.
I've posted I've often pondered, and me and Lee have discussed this. I've discussed this with other medics that have religious faith. What I don't want to go so far back to Salem witch trials or anything like that, or the Dark Ages, but what are we misdiagnosing as a psychological problem that may be a spiritual problem? You know,
Exactly.
when you have a crazy person that, babbles on about how, there's ants under their skin or something like that, okay, that's probably crazy. But when you have patients that like spontaneously like change like languages they're speaking,
voices,
their voice changes.
and I have personally seen this. Their facial features change.
Yeah.
And I'm not
just
talking about like werewolf,
No.
facial features.
Like
it's just like the
shape of their eyes will change. The structure of the mouth will change.
it's very
Almost
subtle,
contorted.
but it's very disturbing, and you're not like, hey, back off. I mean, you're in close quarters.
Yeah, you're in an ambulance pushing Haldol and holy water, going, "The power of Christ compels you. The
And
power of Christ compels you."
When you've got this face looking back at you, and you're less than 6 inches away from this person's face because they are trying to beat the living shit out of you,
Something's up.
something's up. And I mean, so
At what point did we get so scientific that faith and religious issues don't really matter? I know that I'm not saying that this is the Dark Ages and we're going to throw crazy people in the pond and say, okay, if you're possessed, you'll float. We're
no,
not going to.
that's witches.
Well, it's the same thing. I mean, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do witch tests on people that are psychiatrically ill.
Yeah.
But
No.
really, what is it? Is it not possible that some people are
I
possessed?
guess my thing is, have we come in contact with somebody that's actually been possessed?
I've had suspicion.
I mean, I've had suspicion too, but I mean,
Can I prove it? No.
no, wait, I mean, I know we can't.
No,
prove it,
I know.
but,
I mean,
so okay, so let's go back to the crazy part. What would we define as crazy?
well, this goes back to crazy people don't know they're crazy.
Exactly.
Possessed people
Oh, like the
would
like,
know they're possessed. They know that. And when you would ask
Because
them their
they-
name,
they
they would
ha-
have many names.
Well, I know, and they have moments of lucidity, but I was talking about like the woman out in County Road. Never mind.
Yeah, so and so.
So and so that was. We get called out there, and she is conscious, alert, and oriented times 4. So she's alert to person, place, time, and event.
She knows who she's at, what day it is, and why we're there.
Exactly. But she is calling for people that are in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yes. So, and you pull up and she's like, no.
Oh, they're out there.
They're out there.
I want you to see them.
She's
talking to 'em.
Just wait here. I want you to see them. I want you to meet the people that I'm talking about. And
The woods people.
see, this is where it hits that gray area.
Was she really seeing something, or was her brain making her think she was seeing something?
Or was she? I mean, I don't want to call bullshit on that one because she was, very adamant about
Something was wrong with her.
it. I know something.
I'm
going
going to call psychiatric illness because she said there were hunters and they were out there hunting deer.
Exactly. Well,
And-
that was the first time.
Yeah. Well, she did that the second time.
No, the second time it was a girl.
That's right. You are correct.
The
I
second
stand
time it was a
corrected.
girl that was in the woods. And so, it just, you talk about a mind fuck, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right there in your ear vagina.
yeah. I mean, they're just, yeah. So let's see. That one's definitely going to have to be crazy. Then there's the guy that was rooting around like a pig
Yeah.
and trying to eat the roots of a bush, and he tested negative for any kind of medication. Any kind of medication. No,
Yeah.
I mean, just anything. He just was that crazy.
Just crazy.
Crazy. I mean, just psychiatrically ill.
Just sick.
Sick, yes, definitely sick. And they had to pump his stomach and
To get the dirt out.
Yes, to get all the dirt out, get all the rocks out. And I mean, Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's stupid. But then you have your good old fashioned, I don't want to go to work, I get a crazy check, and they don't have a problem telling you, yeah, I got a crazy check. Yeah. Okay, no, you're a lazy piece of shit.
Yes.
Because if you're crazy, you don't know that you're crazy.
Exactly. And you have somebody taking care of your affairs for you.
Yes, you don't go out there and get a welfare check and get one for your kid and get one for your grandkid, and everybody's getting fucking welfare for psychiatric illness. Okay?
Exactly.
That's bullshit.
Yes.
That is part of the problem that's wrong with our economy. We're not going to get into politics on this, but we are going to
Yes,
get on the
let's
state.
please not.
We are going to get on the desperate state of our healthcare system
Yes.
because that directly affects our job.
It does. Very much so.
And wasting taxpayers' money on bullshit
Exactly.
is bullshit.
And yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
it's
and
bullshit.
yeah. So, okay. So we've gone over, let's see.
We tried to tiptoe around suicide in our way of tiptoeing.
Yes.
And again, if anybody needs help for that, please get help.
Please get help. We are here to help. You've got family that is willing to help. And there are multiple resources out there for you. And it just, by all means, if you feel the urge,
Think of your wife. Think of your children. Think of
of
your
your
husband.
family.
Think of your family.
so
Let's
I
not
mean,
make a permanent fix for a temporary, a permanent solution for a
Tem-
temporary problem.
Yes.
Now, to you dumbasses, quit being fucking assholes and go to work and be normal people.
Exactly.
Get a job. You know what? Like we grew up in the Geraldo, Oprah, Jerry Springer era. We have all watched these shows where there's some person on there, oh yes, my mom treated me bad. My dad treated me bad. And there are people like that.
Yes, there are.
I just want to see somebody go on one of those shows and go, you know what? My mom was good to me. I had a good family. I had a good life. I'm just a fucking asshole. You know what? Just
Yes.
if you're an asshole, just be an asshole with yourself.
Own
Okay?
the fact that you're an asshole.
Own it.
I mean, it is not that hard.
Own it. Love it.
Yes, I know.
Be it. If you want to be an asshole, be an asshole, but be an
Exactly.
asshole by yourself.
Exactly. Contribute to society in some way and go be an asshole by yourself.
There are jobs for assholes.
There are. We're
There are
doing one.
lawyers. There's
hey.
lawyers.
Yeah.
Tax people.
Okay. They get the point.
Politicians. There
okay,
are
yes.
jobs for
There
assholes.
are jobs for assholes.
Yes.
And there are very successful jobs for assholes.
Yes, you can make a lot of money being an asshole.
You sure can. And it's not
Stop
that
calling
hard.
911 because you're an asshole.
Yes. All right.
You're hurt. Call us, please.
Yes.
If you're hurt, I want to be the first one there to help you.
What is that saying? I'm a trauma junkie. It's not that I want something bad to happen. It's just I
just
want to
wanna
be there
when
when
it
it
does.
happens. Yes.
But if you shoved a light bulb up your asshole, don't call me.
And saying that you fell on
Call
it
me-
is not.
And don't lie and say, oh, well, I just got out of the shower and I fell on it. Bullshit.
like the little shampoo thing. It's got the hook on it and everything. The hook gets
Yeah.
stuck up in there.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep. That's one. And
Oh, I've been to light bulbs. I've been to mayonnaise jar.
Man-
Mayonnaise jar.
Hamster.
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 Been to hamster,
Yes.
hot dogs, all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
But how do you get a Bama mayonnaise jar up in there?
I don't want to know.
Yeah,
I just
I don't know.
I'm set. Oh man. Never mind. That's gonna be a.
Not the local
Yeah.
hospital here, but another hospital that we used to frequent. Their radiology lab kept all of those x-rays. And it was absolutely astonishing what people will put in their ass.
Well, it's like when you bring somebody in laying prone on the stretcher, and they've got a tent over their ass because they've got a shampoo bottle shoved up it,
Yeah.
and The doctor looks at the patient and goes, "You're here again."
Again. And you're
Again.
like, whoa.
Yeah. So
We have a problem here.
exactly.
We might need some help with this.
Yes. There are other ways.
Yes, there are safer toys and tools for that.
Exactly.
Don't be breaking out mom's Pantene in your ass.
My God.
Be perting your poop hole.
Okay. How did we get on this topic again? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I know exactly how we got on
Yes.
this topic. All right. So let's get back to shit and bullshit.
Stuff in your ass is bullshit.
Stuff in your ass is bullshit. Calling 911 because you have had a headache for
4 days
4 days
at
and
3 a.m. in the morning.
is bullshit.
Bullshit.
Calling 911 because you have a headache because you have bacterial meningitis. That's
Oh shit. Or because you have high blood pressure and you may be having a stroke.
Yes.
That's oh shit.
That is very much shit.
I've
Or-
got an infection on my foot that I have not been taking care of, and I'm not med compliant at 12 o'clock in the morning. Bullshit.
Very much bullshit.
Anything after dark that you should have took care of that you failed to because you're a fucking piece of shit is bullshit.
Yes.
If you cannot care for yourself, find somebody that will. That is not my job to be. It is not our job to be your caretaker. If you are acutely injured, we will be there.
If you have a chest pain and it is substernal chest pain that is to the point where you can barely breathe because it is hurting so bad,
We'll come get you.
we'll come get you.
We
That
want
is an
to come
oh
get you.
shit
That's
situation.
an oh shit situation.
And we're going to go ahead and say this. The people that need to go to the hospital
Most of the time,
don't want to go to the hospital. The people that don't need to go to the hospital
Always do.
are always begging to go. And I have literally looked in somebody's face and go, look, man, you are having, we call it a STEMI. And it is a active heart attack that we can see on the monitor. And he is adamantly refusing to go to the hospital.
Which is, and everybody, STEMI is ST elevation myocardial infarction.
Yes. And it's the way that the...
That means bad.
That means very bad. It's so bad that the pattern that we see on the monitor we call tombstones, because if you don't get treated, that's where you're going to
That's
wind
where
up.
you're going. It looks like tombstones, and you're like, you know what? It's so bad that it makes electrical equipment go. You know what? You got some shit going on.
Exactly. And I have had patients that are adamantly refusing.
No,
to
I'm
go to the hospital.
good. I'm gonna be
good.
okay.
And
As they're
I've
diaphoretic, can't breathe,
ashen skin,
blue in the mouth,
and we are literally
begging them to go to the hospital.
them to
Hey
go to the
man,
hospital.
we've got to go. No, I don't want to be no trouble. Dude,
to-
you're fixing to die.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, look, man, we have got to get you somewhere. Time is muscle. If we don't get you somewhere, you could die. And usually at that point, when you bring out the D word,
They're like,
yeah, well, we just might want to go. Yeah.
But now on the other end of the spectrum,
Yes.
I have actually transported and had to document. I want to go to the hospital because I'm bored.
Oh my God.
I have transported a patient before that claimed that they had chest pain and I am going to die.
Yes.
Panicking, diaphoretic, heart racing. I am going to die. You get them in the truck, you bounce them around on the stretcher, and then I'm better. Really? You climbed in my ambulance, farted, and now you want to get off the stretcher? You want to sign? You want to sign the paperwork and say I'm good. I'm going to refuse. Really?
God. Yes, that has happened so many times.
And you know what? It's more common than you think.
So that's usually why we ask, well, what'd you eat?
That's why we ask, when was the last time you had a belly? People look at that as stupid. What was the last thing you ate? When was it? That's why we're trained to ask you, what did you eat? What was your last oral intake? When was the last time you had a bowel movement? Okay.
Well, I had Mexican from the restaurant down the street.
But I ain't took a shit in 8 hours yet. Really?
Or 3 days.
Or yeah.
It's like,
Now,
well,
with pregnant women, you got it. You kind of you may get into that. I ain't pooped
well,
in a week. You're like, really?
I'm telling
dude,
you.
I can't go 10 minutes.
pregnant women is a we could probably do 2 or 3 episodes on.
Oh God, yes.
So
Pregnant women.
not
That's a different creature.
not nothing bad.
That's not going to
just-
be a bullshit or oh shit. Most pregnants are oh shit.
Yeah. Most pregnancies we see are usually in the oh shit category, and that every time. All right, so you want to scare a medic? Say it's a pediatric,
Yeah. Unresponsive
unresponsive,
and 45 miles away.
or a pregnant lady,
Yeah, or pregnantly.
and
Oh, they're non. You know, we get called out. General medical patients. Belly hurts. She's 9 months pregnant. Shit.
That's the seriously like that is one of the first words uttered when we hear it's an infant or a pediatric and a pregnant lady.
And it's not because we not trained to take care of a pregnancy.
It's just that so many things
One
can
patient
go wrong.
turns into 2
One patient turns into 2, and there are so many things that can go wrong.
with one person in the back.
Exactly.
Mom can go bad. Baby can go bad. But we're not going to talk about bad stuff today.
No. So
We're trying to tell you what happens.
Exactly.
So we're not going
So
to get depressed
that-
about bad, baby stuff.
all right. So anyway, that is a whole nother episode on itself.
Oh, good Lord, yes. That could
So-
be more than one. It could be several.
Yes, exactly.
Episode 2 of 2.
Episode 7 of 9.
Yeah. Baby problems.
Baby mama problem. No.
No,
I'm not.
We're not going to do baby mama drama.
No,
That falls
no.
into the I cut myself with
Yes.
the nail file.
And oh my God, we are not your counselors. We are not.
We are
calling
not
out-
trained for.
going out and dealing with your family problems because somebody took your jeans, or
Yeah.
somebody used your shampoo, or somebody used
Stole
your
your
Vaseline,
girlfriend,
or stole your girlfriend,
Stole
or
your KY Kentucky Yankin jelly. That ain't our thing.
That's that we are not trained counselors. We are not trained psychologists. We do not deal with that. That's the police job.
Yeah, that's right. That's the police's job. But now, when you're talking about going out on these calls that are such bullshit, I've transported, mainly have done it here recently. I've been sick for 3 weeks. It's totally shit.
What? What'd you do?
I hit that place where I cut my thumb on that hook, and it just peeled it right open.
Well, if you just leave your hand alone. So, well,
We're gonna pause just for a second.
while old dog's over there licking his wounds, we're gonna do a makeshift band-aid, and we'll be right back.
Oh shit! Give me just a second. Let me do some adjustments. Adjust. Just what? Just are you? I just don't know. Okay.
And we're back.
And we're back. I have repaired my thumb. I am not going to exsanguinate tonight.
You didn't want an ambulance for the thumb?
You know what? I did consider calling our competition just so they could come out here and do a cancellation.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Hey, I need you to come look at this, but I don't want to go to the hospital.
Yeah, no, we're good. We're good.
I'm good.
So, okay. So where'd we leave off?
We left off at stupid calls.
Stupid calls. We're left off at the bullshit calls. Okay.
Bullshit. Yeah, bullshit calls.
Okay, so,
I've kind of lost the train of thought because that having a fish hook run through a fresh cut was
you really need to change it out.
exhilarating.
Yes, it was. Okay, so, and this is something that I encourage for all new parents. Take a CPR and first aid class, please.
Yes.
For the love, take a CPR and first aid class. And actually, if you can afford it, go through an EMT basic class.
Yeah, I mean everybody should. I think it'll be excellent for anybody.
Everybody should at least go through CPR and first aid.
You don't have to get licensed. Just go do it. At least do first aid.
And CPR, because I cannot tell you how helpful it is to hear CPR in progress, and you get there, and there is somebody there that is
Doing effective CPR.
effective CPR. There's a difference in effective CPR and Baywatch CPR.
Yeah, because Baywatch CPR, it's all shoulder work. There's no shoulder work in CPR.
No,
There's no elbow work in CPR.
No, and
It's all in the back.
it is, and Yes, that is. You want good exercise? Screw freaking what's that stuff called? CrossFit.
CrossFit.
Do CPR.
Just do CPR for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's the longest effective
CPR.
for 10 minutes is a fucking eternity.
It is.
It is the pits of hell because you're in that situation. And you're like, you know what? If I quit, they quit.
Die.
They die.
Because you were the one that's moving the
Yeah,
oxygen.
we're
for that
moving the
patient.
oxygen in the blood in that heart.
So okay, so back to bullshit calls. Okay, calling us because I don't know if this would be too vulgar or not. If you are easily offended, this next comment may not be for you. If you call us out because somebody is trying to pleasure somebody else and something happens and it gets down their throat and you think it's poison,
Bullshit call.
very much so. And yes, that has happened.
Yes.
More than once.
Or if you call an ambulance because you don't want to have a sexual experience with your spouse. Bullshit call.
You've got to be fucking me.
No. No.
I've got to hear this story.
Okay.
I don't think I've heard this story.
Okay. Over in Selma, there was a specific patient. And she called because her boyfriend be wanting to have sex with her and she don't want to. So we had to transfer her to the hospital.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. That is okay. We did have a guy that would get there and I'm sick. Well, what kind of sick are you? Are you nauseated? Do you have diarrhea?
No, I'm just sick.
Are you congested? Do you have a sore throat? Oh my God. Do not call an ambulance for a sore throat.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, yes, we have people do it. And that's what we take to the hospital. But I'm sick. Just want to go to the hospital, I'm sick. Won't tell us anything else. Won't let us take vital signs. And you do have patient rights. Despite what anybody says, if you don't want somebody to do anything to you, they can legally not touch you.
That's right.
If you don't want an IV, you tell them you don't want an IV, and they do it anyway, it's against the law.
Now here's where that gets to the gray line. If you pass out, you're getting an IV.
Exactly. If you cannot effectively tell me if you are not conscious, alert, and oriented times 4,
That is implied consent. You
that is
getting
implied consent. You are getting an IV, and you usually go into the closest facility.
it in the proper care that you need.
And yes, I mean, most people aren't going to be assholes about it. They're going to do what you need to do. They're going to be an advocate for the patient. But again, patient rights is going to be for a whole other episode. So, sore throat. Oh, man, where was I?
You lost your train of thought.
Yes, I did.
It is late in the evening.
It is.
Well, it's almost getting close to early in the morning. It's near early in the morning.
It is near early in the morning.
Yes.
Still no excuse.
This is the witching hour.
Yes.
No, I got about 30 minutes to the witching hour.
Oh, that's true. Oh, yes, we do, don't we?
Yes.
Okay, so guy calls us. I'm sick. I just want to go to the hospital. Don't take my vital signs. Just take me to the hospital. We got to get the guy in the hospital. Tell the nurse, just like, hey, says he's sick. Won't tell us anything else. Yada, yada, yada. Put him into a room, which you don't always get a room if you go by ambulance. We put a lot of people in the waiting room.
Everybody it's 90% of the people believe that if we take you to the hospital, that you're going to get seen directly and automatically. Okay. Some of the time, yes, that's the case. But when you are, when the nurses triage you and you are
a non-critical
patient, you're going to go to triage.
Yes.
Especially if the hospital's busy.
And triage is our fancy word of saying waiting room.
Yeah. Yes, triage is fancy waiting room.
Yes. And also don't think because you're going by ambulance you're going to get in a room or triage, because there have been cases where patients have sat on the stretcher in the ER on a wall
6 hours.
5 and 6 hours.
I have personally waited 5 hours at a level 1 trauma center
With a patient
on the wall.
On the wall. And
I have waited 3 hours with a sick patient
yes,
on the wall because they were so damn busy, but the patient did not want to listen to us, was adamant about going to that hospital, would not go to the nearest appropriate facility, not just the nearest facility, but the nearest appropriate facility. So we ended up for 3 hours with a sick patient
sitting
in
on the wall.
agony on a
Yes.
stretcher.
And if we explain that to you,
We're telling you the truth.
we're
We're
telling
not
you the truth.
bullshitting you. We're trying to help you.
exactly. And when we tell you that, and you start complaining because you're sitting on the wall, we don't want to hear
I
it.
don't want to hear it. It was your fault. This is what you're getting what you asked for. And here's the thing in life that mommy told you that you never really thought was true. Just because you asked for it and want it
Doesn't mean you go get
doesn't
it.
mean you're really gonna get it.
Exactly.
Or you really want it.
Exactly.
You may not always want what you want
Exactly.
until you get it. You're like, I don't want this.
Exactly. So anyway, get the guy to the hospital, gets in a room. We leave. We see him like 2 weeks later. He's like, "Hey man, what's going on?" "Not much." He goes, "I appreciate y'all taking me to the hospital." I was like, "Well, is everything all right?" "Yeah, man. I just trying to watch a football game and family wouldn't leave me alone."
No.
You,
Really?
yeah, seriously. He called 911 to go to the hospital to watch a football game without somebody messing with him.
Well, we used to have that patient over in Selma. You'd pick her up, you drop her off at the hospital. Before you could give a report to the hospital, get your stretcher cleaned, and back to the ambulance, she's walking out the front door, headed out.
I remember that patient. So, yes, while we do have the good calls, I say good calls. While we do have the
Successful call.
successful calls,
Today we flew a child out today, then later got a good report back,
yes, we did.
and that is why we do this job.
That is why we do this job. And while we have those type of calls, it makes us feel really good.
Those are very few and far between.
80% of our calls are basically a taxi. Hey, I'm not feeling good, but I ain't got anybody to take me to the hospital. So I need you to take me to the hospital. I don't mind doing those, especially with some of the, what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know what you're looking for, but if you'll just come out and say it, makes it a whole lot easier on us.
Well,
Don't lie about what's going on. That's what
lying.
pisses me off.
Okay, no. What if you come out and tell me, "Hey man, I don't have a car. I've been sick. I can't get anybody to take me to the hospital." I don't mind taking you to the hospital.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
Let's load up.
My biggest pet peeve is indecisiveness
Or acting sicker than you really are.
or acting sick of it. Well, no. I mean, I'd take indecisiveness over. I mean, I would take that one over the indecisiveness. You called 911 for a reason.
And then you want to sit there. Oh,
I don't
honey,
know if I should go. What
honey,
do you
I
think,
need
sweetie?
to go? What do you? Then they look at us. What do you think? Okay, it's not my job to think for you.
Yeah, we can't do anything unless you tell us. So you call us out here. Either let's get on the count, let's go to the hospital, or sign my paperwork so we can leave. I do not mind taking care of you. That is my job. That's what I'm here to do. But do not hem-haw around for 45 minutes because you don't know what you want to do.
Yes. And another thing, one more PSA, one more public service announcement. If you call 911 and you were sick, and your wife or your husband pulls he's going to so-and-so XYZ hospital, but you say, I want to go to ABC, spouse needs to shut the fuck up. If
Yes.
The one thing that pisses me off the most, and you see this a lot with those overbearing wives and the
Or
little
spouses.
well, I see it more with the little old ladies with the husband that they've been the pants the entire marriage. And Pawpaw's like, well, I want to go to XYZ. No, you got to go there. That's where your heart doctor is. Okay, well, you know what? His foot's swollen. You know, he's got an infection on his toe. We're not going for his heart.
Exactly.
Why, shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter where you want someone else to go. It doesn't matter what you want done. It's what matters to the patient. If the
Exactly.
patient wants to go there, that's what we're going to do. If the patient wants this, that's what we're going to do.
Yes.
If you're not married to this person and you claim to be their husband, well, that's my wife. And then they go, no, she's not. Shut the fuck up.
Yes.
If you're stupid and drunk, shut the fuck up. And I'm going to tell you this, and this is for everybody's safety too. If you're call 911 and you're drunk, the police are probably going to be there. Shut up.
Exactly.
You're probably going to go to jail.
Yes.
Yes, your spouse was doing something stupid and said, hey, hold my beer. Now we're taking them to the hospital to get stitches on their head. But you bumping your gums may get you 12 hours in the pokey.
Now, we're going to, I don't know if this is advice.
Cerveza, no bueno.
Oh, well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. If you were ever posed with the option, you can either go to jail or go to the hospital. We're going to give you a little hint.
You're still going to jail.
There's no doubt about it. You're still going to jail.
You're still going to jail.
Now,
You're not getting out of it.
No, you're not. You're going to jail one way or the other.
Nine times out of the 10, it's when you get out of that hospital.
Here is where the advice comes into effect. If we take you to the hospital and then you go to jail, you're stuck with an ambulance bill. If you go to jail and then go to the hospital, the cops are stuck with the ambulance bill.
Yes.
So I'm
Just a heads up.
just throwing that out there. You know, I'm just FYI.
And we love our police.
Yes, we
Don't
do.
get me wrong. But they do take a shit on us with you're going to jail or going to the hospital. That's illegal. They cannot do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to get in Alabama State protocols because I like my protocols and I can usually spat them out.
We're not going to do that here.
We're not going to do that here. And again,
If we ever have a teaching podcast, that's where it'll be.
yeah, but that gets back into patient rights. But anyway, so that's my. I don't know if it's advice or not, or just throwing it out there or whatever. But if you ever find yourself in that situation, you're posed with two options: you have an ambulance bill and you go to jail, or you go to jail and you don't have an ambulance bill.
Have you ever noticed? This is for our drinkers here. Have you ever noticed that if you've ever been drunk and had to go to the hospital, the nurses were really not nice to you? I wonder why. Could it be that they're just bitchy? Or because you're a fucking asshole because you're drunk at the hospital?
Yeah,
God, that's a hard one to figure out.
that is.
Why was that EMT not so nice to me? Why was that nurse not nice to me?
Probably because
Why
you
was
tried
that
taking a
doctor
swing.
so nice to me?
So nice to you?
Not so nice to me. Only thing, I only had 12 beers. Well, god damn, you can't figure that one out.
So
This podcast is as much for you to laugh and listen to what we do as much as it is for us to vent.
yes, and
Our first venting adventure got kicked off of iTunes, so we're trying to tone this down.
yeah, that was a funny.
Yeah, that was a funny thing. But
So anyway,
you wanted to know what we do. You wanted to know how we feel and how we live.
So,
Now, we say all these things, but you know what? When you dial 911, we're going to be there.
we will always be there.
We're gonna whew, 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 wah, 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 and we're gonna be there.
We're always gonna be professional,
Yes.
and we're gonna give.
We may
you-
talk about you behind your back. Damn asshole. But we got you there safe. We got you there secure.
Our number one job is to be an advocate for our patient.
Yes.
Whether the patient likes our advocacy or not is a completely different story. But we are there to do what is best for our patient.
Yes.
And as
Because
long
I like paying my bills, and nobody loves me like I love me,
exactly.
and I love to eat.
And I'm going to go ahead and tell people, if you ever get me as a paramedic, you're going to get treated like my family.
No, I'm just kidding. Lee's a great medic.
If you ever get me as your paramedic, I am going to treat you like my family. If you know my family,
He beats up on his brother.
I don't beat up on
No,
my
I'm
brother.
just kidding. He really does not. He doesn't.
Jay, if you're listening, I don't beat up on you, do I?
He's over going, I don't know. You tell my therapist.
But I will treat you like my family. And I have no problem talking to you like I talk to my family. But I am also very blunt and very frank with my family. Not an asshole. Well, I don't know. Truth can be an asshole
He can be an
sometimes.
asshole sometimes.
Yeah. So, but I'm
2131 7th Street South of B Store. Check a patient finding an assault. Check a minor rescue 2131 7th Street South of B Store. Check a patient finding an assault. Crossroads Spin Wells, Michigan Boulevard.
somebody got beat up.
Somebody got their ass whooped.
So, like I said, well, like I usually say, the truth often hurt and offends.
And you know what
Hurts and
also?
offends.
You know what also is funny? Now that that call goes out,
What's that?
most of the people that have gotten their ass kicked are really in a shitty mood.
Yeah, they are.
They're not very friendly.
Well, would you be friendly if you just got your ass whipped?
I don't know. I mean, you're coming to help me. I would assume they would. I wouldn't be like a total douche.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, I guess. If you got your ass whipped, we're not there to make fun of you.
No, we're just there to patch you up.
We're there to patch you up and send
don't
you
be a
on your
dick
way
to
or
us.
take you to the hospital, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit more advice. I wouldn't piss off the people that judges what size needle we stick in your arm.
That is true.
So,
Because I'm going to tell you what. Just telling you 22 gauge, 14 gauge, you're like, I don't know what that means. 14 gauge needles are freaking huge.
and if a paramedic
Turkey
ever,
baster huge.
yes, if a paramedic ever asks you what your favorite color is, tell him pink.
Yeah.
For the
pink.
love of God, tell him.
Don't say
pink.
orange.
Don't say orange. Don't say gray. Don't say green. Pink.
Pink. Because I'm going to tell you, the 14 gauge needle, if you have ever done like the flavor injecting stuff into a turkey, that's the same size needle.
That's about what size. That's big enough to.
In some states, some ambulances even carry 12s.
I had an army buddy that carried a 10.
Oh,
A 10 is
Jesus.
about the size of a freaking milkshake straw.
Sorry, dispatch 711, City Code 3.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully we can make it 15 more minutes.
I hope so. So, anyway, a 14 gauge needle.
31 7th Street South,
Hang on.
2131 7th Street South at the store. He's on scene with assault.
Somebody got the ass whipped. Go check them out.
Pretty much. A 14 gauge needle can drain a 2-liter bottle in about 45 seconds.
Really would take that long?
I think it would take that long.
Like a 2 liter? Oh, like a 2 liter bottle?
Yeah,
oh,
so
yeah.
a 2-liter bottle. Yeah, so a 2-liter bottle of Coke with a 14 gauge size hole in it can drain the 2-liter in about 45 seconds.
Okay, so
A 22 gauge would take what, about a
1,000 cc's is 1 liter, correct?
yes.
So that's two. Ooh, that's a 2,000. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's about right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty fast. That's a lot of fluid.
That is a lot of fluid.
That's a lot of fluid fast.
Now, I'm not saying that you would normally get the bigger size, but when it comes between a 22, a 20, and an 18, usually they're going to go for the 18 if you're an asshole.
Yeah, if you're really a fucking douche canoe, you may go and get the 14 in the hand.
Yeah. No, that is inappropriate, and they won't do that. Usually, we reserve the 14 gauges and
For
the
trauma
16
cases.
gauges for the traumas because you've got to get a lot of fluid in very fast because there's a lot of bleeding. But the two sizes we use the most are the 18 gauge and the 20 gauge. And the 20 gauge is significantly smaller than the 18 gauge, but both are acceptable. I wouldn't piss off the people that judges on which one of those two you get because I guarantee
Or the
you,
location you're going to get it.
or the location you're going to get it, because I guarantee you are going to definitely feel a difference between a 22 and an 18.
Oh, yeah. And I will tell
sorry,
you,
20,
I will
18.
tell you this. I take shots on a regular basis every 2 weeks. And I was down to no more 22s, hypodermic needles. And I had to take an injection with an 18.
Oh,
I'm telling you, I swear to God, I thought I got hit with a freaking nail gun.
oh man.
It was awful, dude. I mean, it was incredibly painful.
I can imagine. We had somebody that didn't know it. And they
My wife gives me, like, if she uses the 22, I'm like, really? You're done? Really? Oh, shit, I didn't feel that.
Yep.
18? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. You're a wounded fucking deer.
That's one of those up on your toes, hurt so bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So,
like have you seen oh God. What is the movie where the guy was flagellating himself? Not flatulating, flagellating.
Angels and Demons.
Yes. And he got up on his toes. He was, ah! That's actually what that felt like.
Yes.
Whoa. Did you hear that spirit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Please keep those demons in.
the demon. I have released the demons.
Oh my goodness. So, okay. Now that we are significantly off track,
Yes.
uh,
With babbling gobbledygook.
babbling gobbledygook.
Like goddamn gobbledygook.
Let's see. Oh shit and bullshit. That's where we were. Okay.
Oh, I have a true oh shit moment, and you know about this. I told you about the LVAD.
Oh yes. Okay,
Several years.
first, you got to explain to the people that don't know what an LVAD
What
is.
an LVAD is. An LVAD is basically a remote heart. Your heart is dead. It is so damaged due to trauma, medical disease, sclerotic, arteries, atherosclerosis, whatever, just congestive heart failure, whatever your flavor of heart disease is. The LVAD is a mechanical heart while you're awaiting a heart transplant. Me and the medic, we did you go out to release the demons?
No, I'm going to get a piece of equipment that I forgot.
Okay. Me and this medic run this call, and the call comes out as a chest pain on the interstate. And this person lived in Montgomery and was trying to get to Birmingham because the battery had failed on this lady's LVAD pump. Well, the thing about an LVAD is if your LVAD fails, there is absolutely nothing we can do. CPR is not going to do any good because the part is not where the blood is pumping. It's being bypassed by the LVAD.
Exactly.
There's not a hand crank on it. I don't care what you see on TV. There's no hand pump. There ain't one.
Nope.
And this lady, the battery was going dead on her LVAD. She was going to Birmingham to have it replaced. The LVAD is sitting in her lap, and for some reason they have to stop short. And the plug gets jammed into the glove box of her dashboard. So not only do we have a dying battery, we have an LVAD that has no way to be connected to a power supply. So,
Bad juju.
situation. We were 15 minutes from our local hospital, which could have done absolutely nothing for her. Absolutely nothing. Nothing humanly possible.
Not that
they
they're
could
not
do.
a good hospital.
They're just not equipped
They
for
just
that.
weren't equipped for it.
There's nothing we could do for her. There's not a helicopter fast enough, an ambulance fast enough that could have got her to Birmingham. We're down to about 2 minutes and I'm watching this battery tick down like a freaking time bomb. I'm not sure how much an LVAD costs. I'm sure that it is within the tens of thousands of dollars.
Definitely. And I'm pretty sure what happened next voided the warranty.
Yes, I absolutely, we did not know what to do. So I took the power supply, part that plugged into the LVAD, took the old trusty pocket knife, jammed it down there, and broke it out to expose the wires to it. Cut the wires off of the cigarette lighter plug adapter, stripped them with my teeth, braided them together, red to red, black to black, got it back going, and taped it down with electrical tape. And she was like, oh my God, we got power. And she was fine.
Yeah.
She opted not to go on the ambulance. She said, hey, is this going to hold? Oh, shit if I know. I do not know. Now, I absolutely felt like a bomb tech watching this clock tick down. Well, we're only talking 2 wires. It's red and black. It's not like I had to choose a wire or any crap like that.
Yeah, but when it comes down to like a time crunch like that, and you're trying to use
That's-
your fine motor skills,
that's butt pucker time.
that is a pucker factor of about
10,000.
15 on 10,000
million.
on the Richter scale.
Yeah.
And again, that goes back to stuff they don't teach you in medic school.
Yeah, and I've talked to other medics that have been 10, 15, 30-year veterans. Couldn't tell you what, they know what an LVAD is. Couldn't tell you what one looks like. Never seen one in the field.
So, yeah.
I saw one and actually had to crack the damn thing open with a pocket knife.
And had to try to figure this
Damn
thing out.
sure it had to figure it out and MacGyver that bad boy in a minute.
Yes. So, let's see. Oh, another oh shit situation. We get called out for what we think is going to be a, I wouldn't say a bullshit call. We figured it wasn't as bad as what we thought it was, or we didn't think it was going to be as bad as what it turned out to be, and it was definitely an oh shit situation. We get called out for swelling around the surgical site. That's what the call came out as.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so we're like, okay, well, they just got through with surgery. It's going to swell because it's in the healing process. Let's go make sure that there's no heat around it, no infection set in. Yeah, not that kind of swelling.
No.
She had a pacemaker placed, and
I saw her. She was at the hospital tonight.
oh, how was she doing?
She was doing good. I saw her son, and she was there for dehydration. Something
Okay.
telling the department. She said that they had fixed the infection and everything was good.
Oh, that's good. So that's very good, especially after So we get there, and the site where her pacemaker is swelling, and it's an older lady, and it looks like she has a breast implant
On her shoulder.
on her shoulder,
On her shoulder.
and
Made of concrete.
Yes,
Because it was as hard. It was right here.
and it was,
Like that hard.
it was steadily swelling and
Larger and larger.
larger and larger. Like visibly, we could see it swelling, and her blood pressure was low, and that was an oh shit situation, because at that point it's internal bleeding, and there is absolutely
Jack squat we can do about that.
Yes, other than start an IV, put her on an EKG monitor, hook her up to pads in case she goes into cardiac arrest, and haul ass to the hospital
And pray.
and pray. And
That petroleum bolus.
yes, and turn that ambulance into an air ambulance. And that was one of our most recent oh shit situations.
Yeah.
And usually when we classify something as an oh shit situation, it's normally something that we don't encounter on an everyday basis.
Subjects what?
I didn't hear.
8300 service patient refused.
Oh, of
Oh,
course they
patient
did.
refused. All
Of
right.
course they did.
Yay! So, okay, so you think of any memorable oh shit situations?
Memorable oh shit situations. I did have a medic get chased by a peacock.
No, that's not an oh shit
And
situation.
no, it was funny as hell. It was in Lowndes County. And she was like, I ain't about like being out like this by myself in the country. And I'm like,
is
no.
this the person I think it is that's afraid of dogs?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm like, everything's gonna be just fine. There's like chickens and stuff. Like there's like a turkey, there. They had all kinds of different chickens and birds and stuff. Well, she gets out, and oh my God, here comes the peacock after her, and that was it. Locked herself in the ambulance. That's it. I had to get the neighbor to help me shoo off the peacock so I could get my medic in there to take care of the damn patient.
Oh my God.
Well, actually, she's an intermediate. It was not a paramedic. She's an intermediate. I think she's a medic now, but at the time she was an intermediate.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
But
now we had another one that was in a shit situation. This one happened in Selma, and we get called out for. I don't even think it came in as what it wound up being. I think it was like general medical, and it was at the intersection of a street and a train track. And we're like, okay, so we get there. And you know those trucks that have little things on there that they can run on the train tracks and everything?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
CSX repair trucks.
Yeah, I've always wanted to ride on one of those. And I got the opportunity because we show up and the truck's sitting there. We're like, well, where's our patient? They said about 2.5 miles back down that way.
Oh shit!
I'm like, all right, well, let's load everything up on a truck and let's go. And so they put us on and they,
How did it ride?
very smooth. Very smooth. And it was kind of weird because the guy, you really don't use your steering wheel. The guy's just like,
Yeah, just go.
and just go. So I put it in reverse and just haul down that way.
Yeah.
And so we get down and it's about a 90-foot ravine and this dude is laying in the ravine.
Oh shit!
I'm like, well, all right, who's rigging up and going down? So being one with the most rope experience, which is not very much.
I know what a rope is.
Yeah. So we go down, put this guy in a Stokes basket, hoist him back up, and get him in the ambulance and everything. And the guy had been at the ER the night before, checked out AMA, which is against medical advice. And apparently was walking home and had a massive stroke while he was walking on the train tracks and fell down a 90-foot ravine.
Oh shit!
And had been there all night, and the CSX guys were the ones that saw him.
Damn it, man!
So we got him to the hospital alive, and he wound up passing away a few hours later after we got him there because of the stroke.
Oh, that sucks.
It sucks. It sucks majorly.
That's definitely an oh shit.
Yeah, that's definitely no shit.
Now, as far as oh shit, now, me and another medic, we had a call up here. The medic I had just before we swapped,
Yeah.
Me and her go out on this call. This woman's, she's called for high blood pressure, and she has like narrowing pulse pressures.
Oh, that's not good.
She's like, oh God, she's like 201 over like 198. And
no.
she's like, I've got a headache so bad. And we're like, I bet you do. You're fit to have a fucking stroke.
Let's go.
So, like, come on. And there's no way we could get the stretcher into her house. And she's ambulatory when we get there because we knock on the door. She comes and opens the door. So we're like, come on, ma'am, let's go. Let's go load up and get in the ambulance. Well, she comes out, and I mean, as soon as she steps over the threshold of her house, the little left eye starts twitching.
Oh, God.
All right. The old fucked up Joker grin starts. And the oh shit moment was we actually watched this woman progress from normal to a full blown CVA.
Wow.
Within like a minute. And that was a definite oh shit.
Yeah.
She just had a damn it stroke.
Exactly.
And that was disturbing to see.
I bet it was. It's not a lot of times that you actually see stuff like that.
Yeah, because usually it's, oh yeah, Peepaw's been like, well, we ain't seen him since
Tuesday, Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know when the last time he was normal.
So
And now he's drawn up and he looks like a frickin' pretzel.
yeah. Not cool, man.
Speaking of pretzels, we have a new soft pretzel place here in town. It's really good.
Oh, it is. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
That's
so-
what we hadn't had in a couple of years.
We need to get some
You know
pretzels.
what? That's what's been screwing everything up.
That is.
We
That-
haven't had
seriously,
pretzel.
we haven't had a
had our
pretzel.
soft pretzel.
Oh, they have that Dutch one, the one with the cinnamon sugar and the
Yeah.
almonds. Oh, that's so good.
No, I like the salty one with the cheese.
Yeah, you like it salty, don't you?
Okay,
Okay, all right, sorry. Enough of the low
you just like yours with nuts and honey on it.
yeah. Hey,
Well, guys, it has been excellent talking to y'all. I feel so much better. I think this is going to be therapeutic as well as.
I think it is
fun.
too. We are still working on our website. We're still working on our other stuff.
And by the time you hear this, we will probably have it up,
We probably will.
but no guarantees.
With no guarantees. If we don't have it up and you want to get in contact with us, please go to our other podcast webpage, and it has all of our contact information on it. It's eriealabama.com. That's EERIE Alabama.com. We do have a Facebook page. It is called The Shift Podcast.
Not to be confused with the shit,
Yeah.
because that's a totally different group.
No.
Totally different guys doing
Yeah.
something I don't want to know about.
Shift. SHIFT.
T.
Shift.
Like shift work.
The Shift Podcast. You can go to our Facebook page, give us a like, give us a share. Please like and share us on iTunes. That's how we can get our podcast out there. That's how we can achieve more listeners. And by the time you hear this, we're probably going to be on Stitcher. We're going to be on iTunes. We're going to be on Google Play, or whatever podcast platform you choose to listen to us on.
Whatever your podcast flavor is.
Exactly. If there's a topic you want us to talk about, please hit us up. Let us know. If there's any questions you have, by all means ask.
And no, we do not know if the health department is engineering a zombie virus. We don't know.
We don't know, but we do know that have been protocols listed out for. Yes, I'm not joking.
Zombie type behavior.
Zombie type behaviors, and yes,
And we will talk about that later when we talk about Flocka.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Molly and what's the other one? Spice.
Spice,
Spice,
yes.
the artificial marijuana, Flocka
Yeah.
and Molly.
that's going to be in a podcast all by itself because
Yes.
that's just a
that will
special
be
breed of-
yes, and that will be coming up soon.
Exactly. So, like I said, please like us, share us with your friends and family. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. If you have anything you want us to talk about, please hit us up. Let us know. We enjoy doing this. We enjoy our jobs, and this, like you said, this is therapeutic, and yeah, I'm just rambling at this point.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, well, everybody. It's been great talking to you. If you have questions, contact us. Like we said before, if you have a problem, psychiatric issue, and you think
Yes.
you need help, please get help.
We do have that number in the
We
description.
will have that in our description. Yes,
And if you are a first responder or if you're a medic, medic is a broad term.
please look on Facebook for Buddy Check,
Buddy Check and Code Green campaign.
and be your other EMT buddy's buddy.
Exactly. Don't ever be afraid to say, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
are you okay?"
Yeah.
So,
Well, everybody, be good. Take care. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your family. Love yourself and love God, because He's everything.
that's it. All right, guys. Love y'all. We'll talk to y'all later.
Peace out.